Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at the two biggest kart racers of 2025 and pitting them against each other. It's the newly released Sonic Racing CrossWorlds versus the Switch 2 launch title, Mario Kart World. Before we begin, we publish new videos all week long, so be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Round 1. Modes and Replay Value. While racing can be fun in itself, a good kart racer needs some extra activities to spice things up. The best way to do this is by throwing in some modes that change up a bit of the gameplay. Of course, both Mario and Sonic are serving up your standard Grand Prix, but what other accoutrements are they providing? Mario Kart World has a second mode that has quickly become more popular than the standard mode, Knockout Tour. You and 23 other players race across 6 courses with 4 drivers getting eliminated every lap. And there's constant tension throughout the race as you try to be one of the remaining 4 drivers. And if you need a break from the stress of Grand Prix and Knockout Tour, there is also the much more chill free roam mode where you can explore all of the courses and find secrets. You can practice driving, look for shortcuts, try your hand at P-switch challenges, or find hidden panels for stickers. And that's pretty much it, really. Of course, you can always take part in time trials, but that goes without saying. And what of Sonic Racing CrossWorlds? Well, unfortunately, there is no open world map, though that works in the game's favor. Why try going the extra mile when you can focus on strengthening other aspects of your game? Much of your time in CrossWorlds will be spent in the Grand Prix as you try to beat every rival in the game. And with adjustable difficulty and gear loadouts, there are different ways to play Grand Prix. However, there are more races hiding cool rewards. The Race Park mode features a handful of different races that incorporate team-based mechanics, different rule sets for power-ups, and so much more. Beat a rival team under these different modes, and you'll get brand new karts that are not unlockable through currency. Honestly, the scope and ambition Mario Kart World brings is exactly what tears itself down. Knockout Tour is fun, but the open world, for as chill and relaxing as it is way too chill and relaxing. Sonic Racing CrossWorlds keeps the focus on racing and manages to incorporate different rules to spice things up while offering more rewards outside of Grand Prix, which Mario Kart World's Knockout Tour fails to provide once you've beaten all of the cups. Winner, Sonic. Round 2. Roster. A good roster is important because everybody has their favorite character in a franchise, be it the heroes, the villains, or even the background characters like a random enemy or NPC. So who have we got here? Well, in Mario Kart World, we have the biggest roster the series has ever seen. Some may dismiss this statement with the fact that the main characters have a wealth of costumes, so it bloats the roster size. Even so, there are some really amusing picks in this roster. Between the burger-headed Toads and Boshi cosplays, we have classic Mario enemies and NPCs like Monty Mole, Pokey, Peepa, Cataquack, and even a cow to join the races. Not only does this bring some level of absurdity and fun to the races, but it's weird additions like this that keep us coming back to Mario Kart for every single entry. We only wish that the main cast got as many costumes as Mario, Luigi, and the princesses did. Seriously, why does Donkey Kong have like 3 outfits? The hell is that? As for Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, on the other hand, to be fair, there are some characters in here that we were not expecting, like the Sonic Riders trio Jet, Wave, and Storm. It's also nice to see Espio and Charmy return after being absent in Team Sonic Racing. But there are a couple of odd choices in here. Seriously, who the hell was begging for Zavok and Zazz to be playable? There's a case to be had with Zavok because he was a main villain, but Zazz? Really? Unfortunately, the roster isn't anything super surprising. Every Sonic fan will have their favorite here, but we can't help feeling like Sega could have included deeper cuts to make this roster really stand out. Come on guys, what was stopping you from putting in Fang the Sniper, Bean the Dynamite, or maybe even Doll Tails? At least we have some interesting guest characters on the way like Joker from Persona 5, and at launch we got Hatsune Miku, so I guess that's okay. There's really no contest in this round though. Not when Mario Kart is having more fun with bizarre picks. Sonic is just playing it way too safe with its base roster. Winner, Mario. Round 3, Karts.
Yeah, let's race!
One of the most contentious decisions with Mario Kart World is the approach to karts. After MK7 and MK8 allowed players to customize karts, it was odd for World to go back to the days of MKDS and MK Wii with presets. Granted, just about every kart in the game is well designed, however, there has been a noticeable issue online where everybody is using the baby Blooper. So all of those different karts are virtually non-existent online thanks to the baby Blooper meta. There's just simply no room for player expression, online or offline. That isn't to say Sonic Racing CrossWorlds doesn't have a meta either, or will never have one. There will always be a subgroup of players optimizing the hell out of every single game they play. However, CrossWorlds offers preset karts and customization of those karts. There is more freedom in player expression here, both in visuals and playstyle. So, for as cool as Mario Kart World's vehicles are, we would much rather take customizable presets over just presets on any given day. Winner, Sonic.
I'm so happy.
Round 4, Course Design. Here is where both games are a bit weaker here. Both games see a heavy mix of original tracks and old tracks from previous games. Obviously, the old tracks have been remade with new gimmicks, shortcuts, ramps, music, and the like, but how does the selection serve the game as a whole? For Mario Kart World, the old courses and the new courses somehow manage to blend together rather well. Much of this can be attributed to the highways connecting each track to the next and the next and the next, but most biomes feature at least one new course and an old course, and all of them are designed with World's new mechanics integrated. It truly feels like you're driving through these older courses for the first time ever again. The same, alas, cannot be said for Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. The main gimmick here is that each course is interrupted by a completely different course on the second lap. Unfortunately, most of these CrossWorld portions are retreading old ground from either the new courses or courses we have already seen time and again. Really, how many more Sonic Racing games need the exact same Ocean View course or the exact same Casino Park courses? Races can feel even more tedious if you wind up getting the same CrossWorld choices over and over again. Don't get us wrong, the new courses in Sonic Racing CrossWorlds are great, but if you've been playing this series since Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, the old courses are feeling beyond stale. You can almost smell the mold on them. So, Mario easily topples the blue blur in this case. Winner, Mario. Round 5, Difficulty and Chaos. If there is anything that both games have managed to accomplish, it's that they are both the toughest games in their respective series, for better and for worse. In Mario Kart World's case, much of the difficulty can be attributed to the massive increase in player count. Over the past few decades, we've gone from 8 to 12 to now 24 racers at once. Not only does that mean more people competing for first place, it also means there are way more people hucking way more shells and way more bananas all over God's green mushroom kingdom. It can often feel like you're being punished just for reaching second or even third place, let alone 5th or 6th. Now, this can be amusing when playing with friends, especially if you have somebody that rages really hard, like myself. But when you're trying to get 3 stars on every single cup, Mario Kart World becomes more than a migraine. And for Sonic Racing CrossWorlds, well, the races can still feel punishing even when you're trying to get just to 3rd place. The AI will almost exclusively target you when you're in the pack. Thankfully, there are plenty of items that counter the more powerful stuff, so you can try to get out of there assuming the AI isn't constantly bumping into you. The biggest threat you have, though, is your rival, who does have an adjustable difficulty level, as we mentioned earlier. From what we could tell during our time with the game, that difficulty does somewhat get applied to the other AI racers as well. If the chaos gets too much, you can lower it and still get the credit for beating your rival. So you can make Sonic Racing CrossWorlds as difficult as you want it to be. Besides, things don't start feeling impossible until you get super close to reaching the maximum difficulty. It's even better that the game separates speed from difficulty, so you can still enjoy the frenetic nature without feeling oppressed necessarily. Honestly, if you're worried about your mental health, we highly advise you grab Sonic Racing CrossWorlds for the flexible difficulty. It's way better than getting 5 red shells thrown at you and 2 bananas back to back to back to back to back. Winner, Sonic!
Play with you some other time.
Full disclosure, we didn't think that the blue blur would actually manage to topple the plucky plumber, especially after all of these years of Mario Kart being the de facto kart racer. And yet, Sonic Racing CrossWorlds has managed to impress way more than we had anticipated.
Finish! Can't beat the best.
Tell us, which of the 2 kart racers have you found yourselves enjoying the most? Let us know down in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to MojoPlays for more great videos every day.